Everyone to your regularly scheduled Saturday programming. And I guess welcome to the 1 year anniversary of rune readings and high minded discussions. And at the same time, which I just discovered, the 4 year anniversary of my channel. Um, so yeah, a lot of anniversaries.
Hmm. So wait, did we
But
start around your 3rd-year anniversary then? Is that right,
I
basically?
guess so, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Gotcha.
It's very typical. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. What I enjoy is that also this week I finally hit the 700 club. I'm just over 700 subs finally.
Nice. Good shit.
Yes, yes.
Finally. Took long enough.
Finally. Granted, I think before I lost my last channel, I was near 800, so I need to be like around 760 to just be back to where I was 3 years ago. This is the slow crawl of obscurity.
Yeah, man. 703. Good shit.
Excellent. I've gained one since last I looked.
That's what's up.
Yes,
That's what's up.
that is what is up. Oh man. I for fun in network, I've been doing well with myself promotion a bit with the I did my little substance interview with Abby Ramsey and Mario West last week, and then also I did my interview with Dana with Rotting Jewels, and now I've had a chance to put that on the radar for people because quite frankly, who is now an associate. I called into his show and I let him know about Dana because he's starting to like tap into like the whole Candace Owens thing. He's been into the Erica Kirk thing or whatever, and she is so ahead of the game on on all of that, on all of the dirt, all the inner dirt.
Mhm.
While everybody is just figuring out what it means to be Jewish connected or Vatican connected, she's actually getting answers on all the little details that Dana does so well. So I'm hoping that Frank likes her material and asks her on his show because that'll be huge for her and a big win against the dark side.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Quite frankly, yeah. I've that's one of the first channels that I like stumbled upon when I first got into like the whole
Oh, really?
like pagan occult podcast thing. Yeah, because I believe he did something with Nick like way back from Occult Rejects.
Oh, okay.
Um
That wouldn't, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I may have did I ever ask him about that? Right, because the thing like Nick before he moved, I and Frank all live in the same area or lived in the
oh
same,
right.
right? Because Nick's kind of like was in the upper Bronx kind of region, which is right near that whole Yonkers situation. That's how I met up with him at Untermeyer, and then Frank operates out of Rye, New York, which is which is like kind of like a sub village of Portchester, New York, which is right next to Greenwich over the New York border. So literally, Frank is my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's like, right? And I went to the jamboree. I met him at the jamboree.
A lot of
Yeah,
good stuff coming
yeah.
from the New York region.
Mm. Yes, yes. We're coming out of the woodworks to talk about our neighbors because our neighbors are the conspiracy. um, but yeah, man. Um, so everything is good. And how is? I think I see. Is there chat activity? There is chat activity.
Yeah,
Logan,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Logan is here and Susie's here. Hey, Susie.
Oh,
Excuse me.
sorry about your kitty. Hope your familiar will be up and running. Will be well soon.
All right, all right. I'll run a read for your kitty. I'm assuming you're bringing that up because Susie, you and I know each other. I'm assuming you brought that up because I do have permission to give you a reading. So your cat gets a reading today. And how you doing, Logan? You're here, guys. I broke Helldivers 2. We defeated the planet of lava in 17 hours. Is that a game? Is he excited about a game that he beat a
Eh,
level?
I don't know. It's Logan. It might also actually be something that like has actually happened. And speaking of familiars, here's mine, of course.
Well, tell me what this Helldivers 2. I don't know. Like Helldivers 2, that sounds like a game to me. I mean, nobody says I broke Helldivers 2. We defeated a planet of lava. It sounds like you did a grind on an MMORPG. That's what that I hear that rhetoric, that lingo. That sounds like what because I know people that like to play like Warhammer Online and all that shit. So yes, Heller. Okay. All right.
Right on, brother.
All right. All right. Well, congratulations on the euphoric feeling of Plato's shadows on the cave wall. All right.
Be nice.
Listen, I too enjoy the shadows on the wall once in a while. You know what? Yesterday, first time in several years, I revisited Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I went back to The Hobbit because when I first watched it as a grown man, I had read the books. I had not read the Silmarillion. I said my assumption is okay, the Silmarillion stuff is added, and that's how they fleshed it out, which is what they did. I said, all right, why is everybody fucking angry about this movie again? Okay, you don't like that it's a little bit on the childish side? I'm sorry. The Hobbit was written for children, and I don't understand your grievances here, right? It's just like literally the entire tone of the film. It's just like I don't like people that don't like the Hobbit trilogy, right? I'm revisiting it now, and I'm just like, no, I like this as much as when I saw it in theaters. I was not hallucinating because I was just into the vibe check, right? Because I have a vibe check, right? There's some movies that are kind of turtly that I kind of like initially liked more than I thought that I did until I went back and had a second sitting, because I've always looked at things like symbolically, like getting into like, oh, what did that strange thing I notice me? Because I would notice different things in other people in films. So maybe more esoteric in general about films, right?
So you're saying you're a noticer?
I'm a noticer, right? Well, I had to get my head on straight, because I'm just like, why does all of this shit in reality look like shit in movies? Because that's what everybody kind of goes through when you've been living in a fantasy world, assuming that the real world is nothing like these entertainments that you're looking at before you grow up and you realize all your heroes are on the Epstein list, right? And then we become real boys.
Unfortunately,
this is kind of like the way you look at the world. So yeah.
It's a good story. Yeah, it is. I mean, I must say, I guess I'll have to say it. I liked the book better.
Well,
sorry. I know.
I mean, you took out Tom Bombadil and you took out the other guy that shapeshifts, the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter was cool as shit. He was my favorite character in the book. I think they kind of put him in the movie. Like, I think he shows up in Desolation and comes back in the third one. But I think I think it's like he's a shapeshifter, but I think they changed his name. Like they did some weird switcheroo with with like a deeper lore character than the one that was in the book or something.
Might have been.
I can't even remember now. I just remember from back then. I haven't read The Hobbit in a while. I read the fellow, I read The Lord of the Rings itself like last year. Yeah. So anyway, Logan, let us do.
No, you were doing Susie's kitty first.
Well, I said I was letting her know that I was going to do her kitty, right? But Logan, Logan was here first.
First
right?
come, first serve. Okay, sure.
Yeah. So yes, Logan, and then Susie. All right. So give this a quick shuffle. We got 21 biting through. Biting through 21. That's mirrored on my end. That looks fine for you guys.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. Creating success, fruitful to use legal proceedings. It's time to bite through to the truth of the situation and deal with any obstacles fiercely. Oh, I get this all the time. All right. It will help to use the determination of an investigator or a judge intent on restoring the world to good order, who will let nothing stand between them and the truth. What must you do to get to the truth? How can you become more effective? Yeah. Might as well this might as well be my fucking like general I Ching. Like this ethos, just look at what I do on my channel. It's a 21 ethos, which is a mirror of 12, and either way reduces to 3.
Yeah.
So it triangulates. You're going through a triangulation process. All right. You could think of like the 2 makes you seem like you have the balance, but you don't have the fulcrum, and you're looking for the fulcrum in which to balance out the 2 ideas that you have. So you're looking for the one piece of the puzzle that's missing, if you will, and that's the 1, the 20 plus 1. Okay.
Looking for the one ring, if you will.
Oh yeah. Don't just keep it in your pocket.
That's a good idea.
All right. Okay. You've got for your guiding spirit on your biting mission 14, the Elder Dragonfly.
Oh, nice.
Travel through dream time. Let's take a quick look here. 14. Elder Dragonfly. All right. I'm just going to read the little speaking passage on the Dragonfly. Call on me to increase your ability to translate the messages that dream time brings. My 360-degree vision can offer you expanded awareness through your nighttime travels. Before you go to sleep tonight, ask that my medicine come with you on your adventure so that you may bring back all the guidance you need to inform the next step of your journey. I fit. Is that fit? The hell? I think it says fit all around, or I flit. It looks either like FLIT or FIT. It's such a weird scrunched together word. I can read every other word around it. This one's like
time for some reading glasses, perhaps.
I think it might. I think it's some. I think it's a typo. I think he meant to say fly. I fly all around you, sprinkle magic as you rest, and reminding you to gather all of the wisdom from the astral realm. Yeah, I flit all around you. I think he meant fly or flutter or something, you know, because he definitely wrote flit, which in context sound, fly would be the most appropriate word that I could
Sure.
ascertain. Okay.
But 14, that is interesting because that comes down to a 7, and we had 21. If we're taking 7, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 times 7, 21. You mentioned the 2 times 7, 14. Some divine messaging in there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You're gonna look at the you're gonna look at things that work in seven cycles, like a week, on this one. So let's get into your cards and your runes.
All right.
Oh, as I was I was talking about this on my channel, because I'm eventually gonna get it, and I'll do a stream with it when I eventually do. I was reading Dune Messiah, and I just went through the chapter that introduces a tarot deck in the world of Dune. The Reverend Mother, the one who's like the lead, like, villainess in the first book, she's still around, and she had to up her psychic game to fight the new emperor, and so she commissioned a new tarot deck for the Bene Gesserit, and so I was like, oh shit, that's cool that Frank put the tarot right in the fucking Dune universe and gave it to a very important character. So then I looked online and I said, like, Dune tarot deck, and sure enough, it's pretty affordable. There is an official Bene Gesserit tarot deck that you can buy on Amazon.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty neat that tarot is incorporated in the universe. Can't wait to see all the other stuff that leaks in, because Dune does take place in our world. It's just way off in the future where human beings have made several bad and good decisions.
I mean, is that really way off in the future?
Oh, I'm waging a Butlerian jihad as we speak. So 2 of arrows, injustice. 2 of arrows, injustice. So that's in our focus position, right? So the litigation aspect of biting through, but also this is operating in a dream time. So you're wrestling with something that exists both in the etheric mind and in the intellectual mind. Something that's operating within material thought and abstract thought. It's you're going to need both hemispheres of your brain cooperating meticulously in order to operate this, right? Because you're working with a higher function in this regard, right? She's not just covering her eyes, but she is also covering her heart too, in which those arrows are converging. And you haven't slept yet. Interesting.
He tends to do that. Right. Just go for days on end.
And Yunga's popped up right off the bat here with this 2 of arrows. So the focus is very much the focus, right?
Mm-hmm. But who or what is the enemy then? Well, that's for you to find out.
Is this about enemies? Is this a moment of enemies? Because we don't always have enemies. We often do. They exist. Not one of those guys that says your enemies don't exist. Saul. So, um, this is about a justice very much kind of for the self, right? That you're looking for. Now, in our Erd position, we have the world reversed.
Oh.
All right. So you had a lost everything moment that this came from. There was something that happened where you lost everything, and an aspect of this is rooted deep in this personal event. 30 saws. You had this world well guarded, but it fell anyway, right? Kind of implies a collapse from within, or a collapse of betrayal.
What now?
So
What? Check
you got the Ace of Vessels here, the waters of life. So this world was a source of emotional wealth for you, right? And
I
this
mean,
is
I know.
so you still have this source of emotional wealth, right? So going back to our focus, it might be a matter of perspective in the sense that the situation as it's worth to you now is an emotional source. And that emotional source needs to be considered in that personal pursuit of justice that you are on quest of.
I know he's been going through changes.
I'm going through changes.
Something like that. Yeah.
Ozzy must haunt us now forever. It's the law. Unyo, right? So part of this is interesting, right? Because you are in a satisfying wellspring right now, right? So as far as your emotional needs are, they're being met. They're being met abundantly. Which suggests that there may be a little bit of a letting go involved, which may be more complicated than you think because, of course, the overarching changes and spirit in consort here. And then for Skuld, 2 of stones, challenge. So yeah, you are meant to rebuild the world that you lost. And you've got these 2 things with you that like there's a material aspect to these two things, and these two things are reflecting this whole left and right brain paradigm of your thinking apparatus. And it is your challenge of, like I said, the two finding its third to be whole. So
The 21. The
right,
2 plus 1.
yes. And we have Othal here. So I mean that gets to be a pretty clear signal. You need to take these resources you're putting together and you need to find the right place to put them together in. Rethink where you are working with these forces.
3 comes up a lot in this reading. Like, I'm just thinking about it. Like, we have 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. We had 14, 4 minus the 1 is 3.
The world card is 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world card is 21. The Ace of Waters is 1. And then you've got the 2 of Stones. And then there's also the 2 of Arrows as well. So this is this other 2 that's floating around as well. Right?
2 and 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of that reduction going on. The one oddball I'd say is that you got the 14 because the 14 has the 7 breakdown in it, yes, but it also throws a 5 into the numerology because of the reduction of 14.
1 minus 4 is minus 3.
Right, and 5, yeah, 5 gets into an interesting place. 5 is 5 can be a certain kind of base for wholeness in and of itself because we use 5 to represent the elements, right? And and as a soul, you need the 5. The human body has all 5 elements in it. We breathe air. We have everything. We have water. We have the way, it's bio water. It's a little bit different than just water. When we drink water, it gets turned into a bio liquid water type. That is what they mean when they talk about the percentage of water in our body, right?
Drink your water, everyone.
Right. We have earth. That's our bones. And we have metal, which can be earth in one respect because it is technically a mineral, but in Eastern alchemy, metal replaces air. Right. And then, of course, and then the energy, the 5th element, the energetic realm as such. And of course, and of course, fire, which would be the electrical power.
The nervous system.
Yeah. The nervous system, all of that stuff, all that electrical power, the burn. Right.
Today was leg day, so I definitely felt that burn. Yeah.
Yes. So you put all that together, and that is kind of the sum of all of our life forms on the planet, more or less. At least the animal types. Vegetation, I'm not sure. Other than the fact that vegetation grows out of the earth, but theoretically isn't part of the organism.
No, it does have that.
Yeah,
that nervous system.
Like, so many plants can be aquaponic. You take the earth out of the equation, and the plant thrives anyway.
Yeah.
Right. It's just that but the water has to have minerals in it. So it which I think there would be minerals in the plant because you still would need minerals like vitamins or something. So no, you can't take earth away from a plant because those minerals would have to be absorbed into the plant. That's the point.
Yeah.
Or the compound from the mineral, which is the same thing that we do, when we consume salt and stuff.
I mean, yeah, that too. You would still need the minerals in the water to feed the plants. Yeah,
Indeed. All right, cool.
most likely those minerals coming from the earth.
Mm. All right.
I mean, a body of water doesn't just exist on its own. There's not like some body of water just floating.
Mm.
Well, I mean, yeah, there is, but that's called air.
All right. Just resetting the board here. We're going to do Susie Q now. You're welcome, Logan. Oh, I'm going to give you your Whisper in the Woods in a second.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. The lily pad, because that is, but is the lily pad free floating though, or is it still connected to the bottom somehow?
Right. I can't remember because I know it goes way down.
Yeah,
I know I've seen the underside of lily pads, and I know that there's some people have made certain structures based on lily pad engineering. Friends, Logan. So your friends. The most unlikely friendship can form like variegated lichens or lichens on hard rock. They create a tight bond. All right. All right. So, Susie. Susie, you got 23. Stripping away. Fruitless to have a direction to go. Until the old is so utterly stripped from you that you have no choice but to think in new ways, you will only recreate old patterns. Do not imagine the future and make plans now. Bring your energy back to the center and honor the process of transformation. What has worn out? Is there a less painful way to let this go? What is underneath the surface? Oof. I hope your cat's not in too serious a shape. I didn't think such a heavy idea was there. But I mean, yeah. Let's keep going, eh? 31. Elder Otter. Play with joy. The elder
they're so endearing.
Otters are great. Invoke me when life feels heavy and arduous, and you need to remember the wonder that life brings. I am well versed in gliding over and through the water, and I offer you this gift of ease. I can redirect you to follow the joy and help you to notice the things that make your heart sing. With me by your side, laughter and play are the best medicine. Your child's self is waiting. Maybe there could be a subtle hint in how this reading is shaping in the preliminary here that the cat's sick as a way of kind of it's picking up on something going on with you, and there's a relationship between the cat's sickness and you as a way that the spirit of that cat is trying to get your attention for the reasons why this cat chose you.
If it is indeed your familiar, that makes a lot of sense. They pick up on your energy heavily. I know that with Timmy, the big orange one that always comes to bother me. He picks up on it right away.
Mm. We got 9, the Hooded Man reversed. So that's our Hermit card, right? So you haven't given yourself the the time in solitude with this matter, right? To kind of tuck away from it and to not really correspond with anyone and allow yourself to have your own thoughts on the matter. And we have Ingvaj here. And you just need to go through the process. Don't know how long it would take, but you've got to it's transmutory, right? So you're not spending the solitude time you need to nurse the transitory state that this circumstance is in and affecting you. We have in our origins 7 of arrows reversed. Insecurity. 7 of arrows reversed. So it pops up in this way because it's the emergence of the thoughts of doubt that come up in your mind, right? So when you had your thoughts of doubt come up in the past, you may have misjudged your determination about those doubts. You didn't want to admit that you didn't have as much security as you thought that you did. And then we have Yuaj here. And you made this decision, or you went through this determination while you were going through the shit, right? Yeah. She probably needed to pass it. Something. Doing what I can in home medicine. Okay, it will crush my heart if I. Right, the heavy thoughts. I know.
Yeah. We're well familiar.
Yes. Let's see. The 3 of bows reversed, which is fulfillment. Right? So right now you're not really capable of doing everything you need to do to resolve the source of the issue arising that these symptoms are alerting you to. We have manas reversed. Your mind is not in the right place to be able to do what needs to be fulfilling for the healing process within yourself that will reflect back with your cat. So, decisions.
Maybe it is the fear causing some sort of a blockage. Maybe it is the fear of losing her that is, not enabling you to find that solution. Fear is a good blockage. Fear will block a lot of stuff.
Right. And the insecurity is an intellectual level of fear.
Yeah.
And we have here 10 of stones reversed for home. Right? So So you need to. I cannot imagine that you haven't made things as comfortable as possible for the cat, obviously, right? But have you satisfied all of your needs at home? Is your home really up to par? Perhaps there's something not right that needs to be changed in your home that will resolve an issue with your mind to set it at ease.
Does your home truly feel like your home at the moment?
And Degas, an aspect of that is going to be the manner in which you express like the energy, the vibrancy of your spirit that you put into that home. So perhaps just when you're home with your cat, you need to be some sort of life force as you are, not just giving it love and playing with it and getting the medical treatment taken care of. But I don't know, something else about it, something else that's of good spirit for the cat, but because it's also because you're going to raise your spirits, because you need your spirit to be raised.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
but I mean,
Well, either way, this message is for you.
but like, wouldn't that mean that it was laying around the home? Just, you know, she had to have access to it in some way.
I mean, isn't that what cats do? They lay around the house.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been around plenty of cats, lived among plenty of cats.
yeah, yeah, they do. I mean, my little one, Celine, she is well, she's active, you know, named after the goddess of the moon. She is definitely a huntress. Uh, Jimmy, on the other hand, my familiar Big Red, he's a lazy bastard. Like, even at my last place when we had mice, I've had mice once or twice there. He'll see them like running over the kitchen floor and just like stare at it, like, huh, ain't that interesting? And then just goes back to sleep. And it's like, you're a cat. Go chase them.
Ugh, you're gonna have to stop.
Nah.
You're gonna have to stop feeding them and just point at the mice. Be like, eat it.
No, I spoiled him too much.
Or you've gotta you gotta do something that turns that cat into like, I'm gonna catch mice for dad. You got to give the cat that whole bit where it's just like, I need to catch mice for dad.
He's never really done. I mean, he came home with a frog once, and then the wife freaked, of course, and told me to, catch the frog and put him outside. And I was like, well, he finally got a prey. Now you're telling him to release him? Okay.
Right.
Well, the little one has definitely caught her share of mice. So yeah, just a silly little cat. Yeah, I'm I'm well familiar with that.
All right. So yeah, I think so we had those two, and I don't feel like, if it wasn't for the fact that this is the 1 year anniversary show, I'd say, all right, I'm good, but I don't want to be just good. We got to be at least an hour. Got to do at least an hour for today. So I need an excuse to do one more, and unfortunately, it was only Susie and Logan today. So
yeah, where the hell's the rest of y'all?
Yeah. So Stein, I'm gonna have to tap you for the last read of this show.
What did I do?
You were fated. That's what you did.
Fine. No, I mean, there is something, something very emotional coming up. So I'm there's definitely something coming up.
And and Susie, adventure, live wild and free.
Live young and wild and free.
So like, I don't know if it would involve taking the cat with you, but like, if you haven't gone out and like just done something, gone into the unexpected, and tried something new, even if it's local to you, that kind of thing will enrich your life in certain ways. That will reflect back. All right. So, Stein.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
48. You got 48, the well. Moving the city, not moving the well. Without loss, without gain. They come and go, the well wells. Almost reaching, but the rope does not yet draw water from the well. Breaking one's clay jug, pitfall. It's a very interesting little poem that is thrown at you in the beginning of this, right? And it's kind of like the well wells, right? Because they wanted to call it the well, but a welling is when something is when something fills up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like swell, like a swelling is when something fills up as well.
Yeah.
So the well or source is independent. You cannot lose it, nor can you grasp onto it. People and experience come and go. Time passes. The well is always the well. Never doubt that you have these resources or that they are enough. The potential in the situation is undeniable, but it may still be a long way from realization. What is the ever-present resources you draw from? What can you do to realize its potential here? So so it makes this interesting conundrum, right? Like the well wells, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was water is filling the well, but it never gets full enough for the amount of rope for your pail to catch it, which means that your source requires extra effort beyond what is provided.
Okay. Oh.
We have 15 elder duck. Okay. follow the flow. To continue with the allegory, you could talk about, if there's a flow to a well, it would be more like, instead of going to the well, you are now studying the substructure that is where the water is sourced from. Right? So going to where the water is coming from, because you all you know is there's a hole in the ground where you built a well, and that's where the water comes from. But you don't understand where the water, how the water is below the well. Because below the well, no man has ever tread. Get it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to apply it to the situation, and it's an interesting one.
3 of vessels reversed. Joy. All right. So the social atmosphere that you knew and loved was it lost its lacquer, right? You went to do the thing with people that you always do, that you always have a good time doing. You're doing it, but you're just like, the atmosphere of having a good time doing it is gone, right? It's like, you loved your job, but then pandemic protocols, and now you hate your job, right? Even though it's the same fucking job, but you can't do this, and you have to do this, and there's no such thing as fun anymore, and you are a fucking horrible person for being fun. Okay.
That I do recognize.
All right. It was. So you're not having fun with people that you care about. In short, right? The deep connection to these to the people in these situations where you're enjoying each other's company, that used to enjoy each other's company. It's just like, you still like each other or whatever, you still care about each other or whatever, but you're not really enjoying each other's company, or you've been denied enjoying each other's company.
Sure. Yeah.
Queen of Stones, the bear. All right. So
it's my nickname for the wife.
So yeah. All right. So Queen of Stones, the bear. You've got the resources are managed, right? That's all well and good with the resources. And Gebo, right? So there's a good structurally foundational start over here. Everything's well managed and well allocated effectively. So that's where this is all coming from, which bodes better.
Yeah.
Blasted Oak. That's our tower card.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Blasted Oak. So, this safe and familiar infrastructure, it went through a nasty shakeup, right? Tower collapse, right? It's like, you got a business, it has an economic fucking plunge, so on and so forth, right? Right. So there was some sort of catastrophic rocking to the the sense of uh, of who you are.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Ooh. It was reversed. So in this matter, um you kind of got led in the wrong direction as your reaction to the collapse.
Led in the wrong direction. Okay.
Yeah. 4 of bows. Celebration. Interesting. So, that's kind of a good thing, right? Like the 4 of bows is kind of like the 3 of vessels, except it's more of a rambunctious kind of like 3 of vessels is like hanging out at home with all your friends.
Sure.
4 of bows is hanging out at the club with the dance music with all your friends. One is a calorie burn experience, right? Where the other is just kind of chill, right? So I think I have a little bit of an idea here. Hang on. Interesting. Okay. And you got Pertho reversed. All right. So let's take a look at this a little bit better.
Okay.
All right. All right. So the elder duck helps you with the flow of the water that comes to the well, to the to this great resource that you um, have in this matter, right? Um, this resource has an effect on the joy that you know with the people that you care about,
Mm-hmm.
and this well was involved with this economic security that happened here. But when the unexpected power shift kind of knocked off some of your assumptions about things, you didn't know what the right direction to go was. And you made the decisions that you had to make. And there is a cause for celebration, but you might miss the opportunity in the celebration. So let's talk about what the question is, because I am very interested in what this tower means and why there would be a celebration afterwards, because perhaps this was a bad tower and you perhaps were liberated from the tower.
It's about my brother, who whom we lost, well, let's say 2.5 years ago. So there's your tower, fallen tower. Um,
Okay.
uh, Before that, he was really struggling with his mental health. I've been, well, really ever since I moved out of the house, I've been struggling with my finances and really didn't visit my brother or my sister a whole lot, not necessarily because of finances, but because I felt there was a distance between us. Wasn't necessarily the case, but it's what I felt. And tomorrow, actually, after I managed to get some hours of sleep after my night shift, um, I will be going over to my sister's house where she lived with our brother. We are going to clean out his bedroom because next year, somewhere around January, I believe, one of my sister's best friends is coming to live with her. They've been friends since forever, really. We're good friends with the family as well now. Um, but her room will be my brother's old bedroom. And we're also clearing his bedroom because, in my parents' words, at least, they don't want to make it into a time capsule of Dawa, of my brother, um, as like also a constant reminder of the fact that he's no longer here. So with that, we're also trying to, yeah, move on a little, if you will, and perhaps that's where the stream allegory comes in. We're trying to,
Mm.
go further up the stream. We're trying to go with the stream instead of being that well and being the still water
Yeah,
that will never reach deep enough again because we lost my brother.
gotcha. Well, I think that this here kind of suggests that I think that there's an address of certain deep internal heart based uh, decisions that may have been made, perhaps may have been unspoken as personal decisions that somebody that's affecting you is going through, because the Tiwaj reversed with this blasted oak, right? So him passing being this oak blast to the family, and it's, we're not talking about the death card, right? The death card did not pop up. It's the
No,
blasted oak, right? So it's not so much the effect of his death, but it's something that's been left behind without him that's affecting everyone else in this change. And that's where this rune is actually coming into play, is on that level. It's not so much the death itself, but something else that needs to be resolved as a consequence of it. Understand? So the celebration and Pertho reversed. Immediately, I saw that when you're talking about how you have to go do this thing and you have to clean up. Pertho reversed. Like, find out what, remember animism, right?
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shit in this room. Some of it has sentimental value to me. Those are the things that I hope somebody wouldn't just throw away in the trash, right? Stuff
No, that's the
stuff like
thing.
on my
Yeah,
altar, my tarot deck, right? That's not just something to be thrown away. That's something of enough value that if I died, maybe the philia, that part of my soul that stays here when I die, needs to be connected to those for my descendants to have the guidance of me in my ancestral spirit form.
I mean it's funny that you mentioned that because my brother was a an avid gamer, but he likes the retro consoles.
Hmm.
Um, so Nintendo 64 and whatever else he had, and a good friend of his, son of friends of my parents who they've known since um, they were part of the rowing team at university. So that's a good, oh god, like a good 40 years ago,
Mhm.
um, longer, maybe even
Yeah.
45 years ago. Um, he is also a very avid gamer, loves all the old stuff. So he is taking over a lot of his consoles and his
Yeah.
old television, because the newer televisions, like the one like
Yeah.
behind me, they don't play the old consoles well. Like you really need the like the big heavy ass 90s
Yeah,
2000s.
you need the cathode ray
Yeah,
tubes CRT television. Yes.
yeah, exactly. And
Oh,
he has been very close to Dawa for, well, our entire lives. Really,
well, I
we've known
think
the family since we
yeah.
were babies.
So this is about the well of memories. This is about your brother's memories. That's what this is. So, you've got elder duck, you've got mallards that can go deep. They can fish and they can go down. They can swim
Yeah.
down and get fish. So think of ducks like that with the depth of the well. It's a Laguz rune energy in that respect. This is, you need to have a celebratory attitude of your brother's life while you're going through his things, and do not miss those treasures of his memory, and um keep those, or perhaps keep a part of them, because perhaps there's a whole big thing you're not going to keep, but there's one little unique piece that works, right? Like maybe like the bed's broken, but there's like this one cool bed board or something. That bed board could be like kept as an antique heirloom because somebody that was some serious,
Yeah,
like,
no, yeah, sure, sure. Like,
whatever. Like I don't know why that was the random example that popped into my head.
fuck it.
But yeah, you get my idea.
I
So
do, I do.
I think that that's all that this is, now that you think about it, right? With the joy aspect here, while you're doing this stuff, you know, family bonding, talking about his memory, so on and so forth.
Yeah, yeah, and joy that, um, also perhaps that we're able to give my sister's friend a place to stay, place to live, because she's coming back from, um, oh fuck, where was it again? Um, anyway, she's been studying abroad in in Asia. She has Asian roots, but she's coming back to the Netherlands, um, and needs a place to stay. And now, since my sister has a well, a spare bedroom, if you will, we need to we or my parents and my sister have come to an agreement that she will be living with my sister, since they are so incredibly close. I think they've known each other since, I believe, like at least since high school. So like that's a good 10 years as well. Went on holiday together, did like a 3 week, I believe like a 3 week road trip through the US, just the two of them. So they're really close. They're so yeah, very happy that you know that she has a place, and has a place with my sister, and that my sister now has someone around again as well. Indeed, as yeah, a uh, a companion who isn't just her kitty Fiat. And yeah, new beginnings, new memories, um, on top of the old ones. Perhaps not making place for, but on top of it. Um, yeah, so a lot of uh, a lot of changes, but a lot of good stuff.
Mm. And you've got the idle hours. years, which is about taking time to lie on the emerald grass. So, I mean, if he's got some headstone in some graveyard somewhere, go lay down and meditate next to it. A little healthy necromancy.
Well, the weather's rather shit, so it'll have to be on a less shit day. Well, where he is buried, there are it is in a nice sort of open open spot, and there are benches there that you can sit on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, perhaps I should.
Right, right, right.
And he has a
The full moon just passed, so I don't know if you missed the best time or not.
oh yeah, full moon in Gemini.
Yes.
I only know that because of the wife. I have no idea what it means, but I know it was a full moon in Gemini. Okay, I'll have to hit up the astrology girlies.
It means people's duality um gets whatchamacallit. It gets emotionally triggered, if you will.
I'm already seeing that at work. That's interesting.
The moon is thoughts and emotions.
Yep.
And Gemini is the duality of the mind.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny actually, because my sister is a Gemini, as is my father.
Mm.
They're born on the same day. For my father's 30th birthday, he got a daughter. So you got the different generations. You got the male and female. You got the Gemini.
Yeah.
Where it's
It's Mercury rules Gemini, and it's intellect and commerce and things.
that's my dad. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, thank you, Susie, for
You're
joining us. And good luck with your cat. Hope whatever it is. Full moon was the fourth. Still out. Give it 3 days. Yeah, yeah, sure. 3 days. Huh. Then I should go on like make it complete. Go on Monday, the moon day, if the weather is gonna be gonna allow me to, because it is raining. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Zerilath, for doing this with me, with our lovely audience for a year now. Time went by so fast.
Didn't it?
Yeah. Something about a wave or a wave collapse, perhaps. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to everyone who has joined us over the last year, every Saturday or Sunday, if we have things to do. Yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to Zerilath as well. Let's get him to 1K as well, or over 1K. I myself am currently sitting at 1140, 1.14. Yeah, it has been a year, Susie. I know I don't know where time has gone, but it's yeah, it's been a great year. It's been a year of changes, many changes, and yeah, here's to another year. Thank you all for joining. As I said, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for awesome bonus content. Do subscribe to the Patreon as well, patreon.com/Greyhorn Pagans, or become a channel member. Link is in the description box down below. For everything else, visit the website www.greyhornpagans.com. Thank you all. It's been a good year. Here's to another. And yeah, see you all next week. See you all next time. Have a good one.